Greetings everyone, and welcome to my coin collection. Coin cards are becoming an increasingly popular way for some countries to market their commemorative coins. The coins are contained in a blister pack that forms part of a credit card-sized card. This makes them easily transportable without causing damage to the coin, and able to be displayed in sleeves, not taking up as much room as some of the ways that coins have been marketed. The disadvantage is that there is not as much information available about the coins or the people, places or events that they are commemorating. Today's coins in my collection are 3 €5 coins produced in coin cards by the Netherlands. The first coin commemorates 100 years of aviation in the Netherlands, in particular the Eerste Luchtverkeer Tentoonstelling Amsterdam, the ELTA, the First Aviation Exhibition Amsterdam, which began on August 1st, 1919. It was the first major aviation exhibition and flying display organised after World War I. English, French and Italian manufacturers and pilots met up with their Dutch colleagues and held a great show that lasted for 6 weeks. During that time, more than 100 aircraft and 500,000 visitors came to Amsterdam. It directly led to the creation of 2 major aerospace players, the airline KLM and the NV, Nederlandse Vliegtuigenfabriek Fokker. Both were to become leading players in the decades between the 2 world wars. As you can see, the coin features a contemporary aircraft, a Boeing 737 in the sky, flying over a stylized map of the Netherlands. The shadow it casts on the earth is from a historic plane, a propeller-driven Fokker DXI. Around the rim, you see the lettering 100 jaar Nederlandse Luchtvaart, and down at the base, 2019 and €5. The second €5 coin commemorates the 75th anniversary of an event from World War II, an Allied offensive known as Operation Market Garden, fought in the Netherlands from the 17th to the 25th of September 1944. It was the brainchild of Field Marshal Montgomery and strongly supported by Winston Churchill and Franklin Roosevelt. The objective was to create a 64-mile or 103-kilometre salient into German territory with a bridgehead over the River Rhine, creating the route for an Allied invasion into northern Germany. This was to be achieved by using paratroopers to seize a series of 9 bridges, with ground forces swiftly following over the bridges. While it did create a salient into German-held territory, limiting V-2 rocket launching sites, some consider the operation a failure because it did not manage to secure the Rhine bridgehead, with the advance being halted at the river. However, Operation Market Garden succeeded in liberating the Dutch cities of Eindhoven and Nijmegen, along with many towns, which is why it is celebrated on this coin. The coin is meant to resemble an embroidered badge, such as they might wear in the military, depicting a parachute to signify the airborne invasion to the left, and a bridge to the right to signify the bridge over the River Rhine near Arnhem. The parachute and bridge are divided by the text Market Garden and the value €5. The third coin was released in 2020 to commemorate the centenary of the Woudagemaal, the DF Vouda steam pumping station, the largest still operational steam-powered pumping station in the world. It was opened by Queen Wilhelmina of the Netherlands on October 7th, 1920, and it was built to pump excess water out of Friesland, a province in the north of the Netherlands. It's an amazing piece of engineering, with a pumping capacity of 4,000 cubic metres per minute. Today, the pumping station is primarily used to supplement the existing pumping capacity of the Woudagemaal in Stavoren, which opened in 1966, in case of exceptionally high waters in Friesland. And this usually only happens a few days per year. Since 1998, the Valdega has been listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You can visit and tour the site in Takozeel, just outside Lemmer. And when COVID-19 restrictions are over, I think it would be fascinating. You can see here, on the reverse of the coin, a drawing of the Valdega from a bird's eye view in straight and simple lines. It shows the steam pumping station along with the landscape which its pumping protects. The font used on both sides of the coin is the same as found on the steam engines inside the Woudagemaal. It says at the top of the coin, Nederlands Wereldgoed DF Valdega, 1920 to 2020, and at the bottom of the coin, €5. Perhaps it's because he's a younger monarch and, having succeeded the throne when his mother abdicated in 2013, only relatively recently in power. But I like the variation which King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands allows to be used in his portraits on the currency. While there's currently a standard portrait on circulating currency, which is very similar to his mother's before him, although keeping with the tradition in that he's facing in the other direction, each of these coins has a very different look on the obverse. The 2019 Centenary of Aviation coin features an almost photorealistic pixelated portrait with the king looking directly out and slightly up, perhaps towards aircraft in the sky. Around the rim on the left it says Willem-Alexander, and on the right, Koning de Nederlanden. On the 2019 Market Garden coin, the portrait on the obverse is stylized to look like a cloth badge, just as it was on the reverse of the coin. This time, Koning de Nederlanden goes around the rim at the top of the coin, while the name Willem-Alexander is at the bottom with the year 2019 to the left of the W, and the mint mark and privy mark on the other side to the right of the R. But my favourite is the portrait on the Woudagemaal centenary coin from this year. The text Willem-Alexander Koning de Nederlanden runs around the rim at the top. In the background is the flag of the region of Friesland, where the pumping station is located. At the bottom, you can see a fragment of the canals surrounding the Woudagemaal. Willem-Alexander's face is turned slightly to the right of the coin in the centre, but he has the beard which he's grown, represented here on the coin. I really like all three of these €5 coins. They are something different from the coins that I normally buy, and I enjoy the creativity that the designers have shown. I hope you've enjoyed looking at them with me. If you have, please hit the like button and leave a comment down below, maybe telling me which coin you like the best. If you haven't already, you could also subscribe so that you don't miss the upcoming coins in my collection.